And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 111 of Player Life. It is the Wednesday, the 5th of May here in Tokyo, Japan. Tonight, I am live streaming from the Hot Dude headquarters here in Tokyo. I'm just, I'm minding. I'm house sitting while MLD is out of town. Happy has to be taken care of. Happy needs to be fed. So good. Yeah, today I wanted to talk about the idea, not just the fact that muscles and game isn't gonna cut it for. It's just not going to cut it for some women, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gold diggers. It's just that women have so much opportunity these days in the sexual marketplace. Women have so much opportunity with guys that hot guys. While they're not that common. Women still have so much access to good looking, top tier, physically attractive guys. So, that's why women require more. That's why MLD has that's his slogan is money, muscles, game. One of the three pillars isn't going to be enough. Rishi Padaruth in the house. What is up? What is good? Hope you are well. So you have to be working on all three at all times. No days off, no breaks, no slacking at all. But I was just since I was out. There's things that that I call them like bonuses. You have your muscles and your game, and that's like that's very important. You can pretty much get laid if you have them, but you're not going to be able to get some women that require more. That they want a guy with status or money so that you stand out from the crowd. Problematic in the house. What is up? What is good? As he says, oh shit, yeah, I'm out here in the Hot Dude headquarters, minding the space. But so I was just reminded of that. MLD has a more pimping apartment than I do, that's for sure. But I posted some videos, just some stories on my Instagram, on my personal Instagram, and it's just hilarious. It was so red pilling to see girls that had left me on red from months ago. That's what you do. You slide into their DMs, and as I posted a story on Instagram, and all of a sudden they're hitting me up. Is that your place? Or like, oh, how are you? Like, it's so funny. Very red pilling though, and it just gave me the idea to talk about this tonight, because it's relevant to my life. A lot of the topics I talk about on this show are stuff that happens in my life that's relevant to me. Know your worth in house. I am indeed house sitting. I am indeed. Miguel in house. What up? What up? Hope you are well. Hope you are well indeed. Virenss in house. What is up? What is good? Happy. Come here. Happy, come here. So yeah, this is I'm house sitting. Happy is Yeah, Happy's a serious babe magnet. Serious babe magnet. Um, you know, it's like I think I was saying the last time on the show. Uh, you know, absolutely savage combination is if you're a badass yourself and you have a really cute puppy, rather than the opposite thing, where if you have a badass dog like a pit bull or a Rottweiler or something scary, and you're not a badass. That's a terrible combination because this dog isn't like it's just insane. It's the most amazing icebreaker. You just roll out with your dog, looking like a badass yourself, and the chicks will just come to Happy. Not only that, Happy will go to chicks. Happy like Happy like I don't know, for some reason she loves girls. She'll just roll up to like the hottest girls, and then they'll roll up to her, and immediately you're getting attention from really hot girls. I mean, I posted a story on my Instagram, and we were just walking around, and even girls with their boyfriends will just stop in the middle of the street and just without even asking, they'll just go and harass your dog, or her. But Happy loves it. Happy, but seriously, if you're ever gonna get a dog, I don't know. I wouldn't suggest just getting a dog just for, just to pick up chicks, because getting a dog is a lot of work. It's pretty much like a child. Like you just have to look after them every day. They're not like cats. You can get a cat and it'll just kind of, you can let it out and it'll fend for itself kind of thing. But dogs cannot fend for themselves, especially Happy. Definitely not. But yeah, I don't know. If I had Happy, I'd have full blown AIDS by now. I'd have full blown AIDS. I would be, it's like it is cheat mode. If you have a dog this cute and you look like a badass and you're handsome and you have muscles and game, that's gonna be enough. You're probably not gonna need money then. So I'm just kind of contradicting the whole episode. But no, seriously, seriously, like having a dog like this in Tokyo is also like a status symbol. So if you have a dog like this, like it automatically, people automatically know that you have money, because especially as a guy, if you're walking around alone with a dog like this, because it implies that you have a lot of free time, or that you can look at, because most people can't actually have dogs because they're working, because of their, it takes they can't just leave a dog at home. Let me check the chat. Another word says happy indeed. It was yesterday. I was out in the park, and I was with another chick, and that's another thing that as soon as they saw that I had a cute dog like this, they came to meet me immediately. There was no like hesitation or anything. So things like this are like, these are like serious bonus points. Serious bonus points. Like all this kind of stuff is like bonus. It just increases probability. But so I was walking around the park, and yesterday was a really, really beautiful day. Loads of people out, and in Japan right now it's Golden Week, so it's national holidays. So there's a lot more people out and about. But I had the pre-selection of being with Happy Dan. I had the pre-selection of being with a hot girl, and I had Happy with me. So usually if I'm out and about walking around on my own, I won't get like, I don't notice anyone. I'm very aware. I'm like aware of my surroundings at all time. I'm aware of how, if someone's looking at me or not. But people don't usually look at me that much. But yesterday when I was out with Happy and with a hot chick, literally every single hot girl like would like stare at me, would stare happy and then look at me and like just wonder what I'm about, because you have the pre-selection of the really hot girl, and then you have like a really cute dog that people are just drawn to. So it's like it's just an explosive, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's powerful mix. Girls will just want to know what you're about. Um, Explosive Diarrhea says, just look at Fresh and Fit show girls want guys with six figures to even qualify for them. Yeah, and it's hilarious. Although there has been some seriously hot girls on the show, but a lot of the time when a lot of the girls that say that are like ratchet as hell. Like sometimes some of the ugliest girls are saying like that they care about money the most. But yeah, money just is the, if you have a girl on the fence, like you've been, a girl, especially hot girls, where they, like I said, they have access to guys that from their perspective that are maybe equal to you in terms of physicality, everything else, they don't know much about you. If you're meeting them online, especially if it's from dating apps, they don't know much about you. They don't know about your game. And you look the same as some guy that's like, same height, same appearance, same style. But one guy is like, one guy appears to have money and the other doesn't. Who do you think they're going to choose? They're going to choose the guy that appears to have money. 9 out of 10 times. Well, 10 out of 10 times. Not like 10 out of 10 times. They're going to choose the guy with more money. So that's why, although money is not what's going to get you laid, when you're at a certain point, when you've kind of maxed out, your physicality and your style and all that, which, it's very hard to max out. You should never give up on trying to improve yourself. And, you can always be changing your fashion and whatnot, but, it's just a thing where you get to a point where you've taken care of the other stuff. And then if you don't have your finances in sorted, you'll leave some pussy on the table, just because, like I said, 10 out of 10 times they're going to choose the guy that has that lifestyle that they want to live. They're going to choose the guy that has the apartment, that has the car, that has, because when girls look at you, they want to envision a future with you, even though these girls say, oh, I don't want to get married. And the hilarious thing is all these feminazis, all these womanists that go on about, I don't need no man. It's like so fickle. Like they desperately want to get settled down once they hit the wall. It's only fashion. It's only like a trendy little thing that they're saying. It's in, like I've talked about this so many times before. Marriage is for women. It doesn't benefit men. It's not for men. It's for them, and they're like throwing it back in your face. It's like when you help someone out and it's for their own good. You're helping someone out for their own good, and they throw it back in your face. It's like that's what like Western women are doing on a societal scale. You're helping them out, and they're like spitting it back in your face and slapping you at the same time. So it's hilarious. And I would tell guys, you'd be a real idiot. You'd be a real idiot to get married in a Western country. Oh, imagine getting married and being monogamous in a Western country. Such a simple thing to do. A very not smart thing to do. They just haven't earned it. And you might say, oh, I found a real special girl. And it's like, sure you did. Good one. Doubt it. Really doubt it. At the end of the day, women vary to certain degrees across cultures, but they're all basically the same. They're all, the female nature is all basically the same. And you know, uh, even in Japan, it's like even though Japanese women are probably the most marriageable women I've ever met in my life. Like they're the most marriageable. I wouldn't want to marry one. I wouldn't like, why would I do that? I was saying like yesterday, getting married is, I think you can get sued in Japan if you cheat. Like you can get sued. So whatever about the divorce court, you know, you obviously you can get taken through the divorce court, but apparently you can get sued. Apparently, like even if a man catches you cheating with their wife, you can be sued by him. He can take you to court and sue you. But yeah, that's kind of a beta thing to do, because at the end of the day, I've fucked a ton of wives out here in Japan. Just saying, just got to be full transparency. But it's not like I'm not doing it because like, oh, she is a husband. I just want to get some box. I just want to smash. I'm not like trying to steal someone's wife. I'm just like, if it wasn't me, it's going to be someone else, and I'm sure it was someone else too. But what's the point? It's like when guys get into fights over their girls like cheating. It's like the guy might not even know that she had a whatever, had a boyfriend. So you're basically simping out for your girlfriend. You're being an alpha simp. I probably mentioned this before. I think these guys that simp out, and start getting in fights and risking their freedom, risking their lives for their girlfriend that chose to cheat. That is the most simp ass thing to do. I think it's understated. These trad cons think it's like alpha to go to jail for your cheating wife. So your wife wins, or your girlfriend or whatever. Getting in a fight over your girlfriend cheating is dumb as shit, in my opinion. All you do is finish it with your girl. You finish it with her and never see her again or whatever. If you're that butthurt about her cheating, you don't like going like, oh, I'm gonna kick his ass and like, oh, I'm gonna be the man. And it's like, yeah, he might stab you in the neck. He might fuck you up. Even whatever. Even if he doesn't, even if you do kick his ass, he just can go to the cops and fucking get you sent to jail. And then you're basically an alpha simp. You're just a simp ass for your wife that or your girlfriend, whoever that cheated on you. And then she's going to go, and obviously it's going to be finished with you and her anyway. And she's going to go and suck more dick. And you're going to be in jail, or you're going to be dead. Yeah, just getting in fights over women is just really not a smart thing to do. It's not very pilled, to be honest. It's pretty dumb. The only exception would be, if you're with your girl and some guy comes up and tries to hit on her like right in front of you, and is like, that's an aggressive move. I mean, you can fight someone in that situation, or if someone attacks your girlfriend or your wife, whatever. Obviously you're gonna defend her or whatnot. But what I'm talking about is when guys get into fights or go and try and beat up a guy that banged their girlfriend. It's like, you're a fucking idiot if you do that. You're a fucking simp. You're an idiot, and yeah, it's just not a good thing. Yeah, most guys are like, oh, I'm gonna beat him up, and I'm gonna break up with her too. So yeah, whatever. You're a dumbass. Yeah, I'm just saying that from my perspective, because I've smashed chicks with boyfriends, chicks with husbands. I mean, they're gonna do it. Like, what's the point in going to try and fight someone over it? My advice is, if you catch your girlfriend cheating and you're butthurt about it, which obviously you should be, you dump her. You don't even consider the guy. You don't even, unless he's your friend. If he's your friend, okay, that's a different story. That is a different story. Thomas Shaju in the house. What is up? What is good? Problematic says they're fighting for the exact same thing that is making them miserable. Very true. Very true. Yeah, so I went off on a bit of a rant there. Don't know how I veered off into that topic, but you know, it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. I was gonna say, yeah, marriage. Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you get married? I was literally saying to my friend the other day, I was like, I literally think getting married is almost the equivalent of like joining the priesthood. Like, there's no, who the hell wants to bang one woman for the rest of their life? Who the hell wants that? Absolutely not a smart move. You're going against your male imperative. MLD in the house. What is good? I am stealing your set for tonight only. Good. So yeah, I actually think getting married is actually like joining. You might as well be a Catholic priest, because it's, you know, celibacy. It's almost akin to being celibate. Sure, you can smash your wife. Like, who wants to smash the same woman for 60 years? I mean, what am I now? So I'm 32 years old. Imagine I got married now, whatever. You know, 32, 42, 52, 62, you know, you could be banging right into your 60s, right? I'm not going to bang the same woman for 30 fucking years. 30 years. Jesus Christ. Like, imagine being like monogamous in a there's no way you could have a sexual attraction to a woman for 30 fucking years. Jesus Christ. 30 years. I mean, I'd be lucky to have, you know, sexual attraction to the same girl for 30 days, because like the thing that gets me off is like variety. And that's like in our you know, that's in just in our nature, to seek out new women and to spread the seed far and wide. You know, it's like, if you're just smashing the same woman, it's like, I think your brain is telling you, like, you know, this isn't like, you know, you're not really spreading the seed that much with the same woman. You know, you're probably, the inner parts of your brain probably knows that you can only get one woman pregnant so much, so you need new pheromones, new smells, and new women, just to be a successful male at a base ass level, which is procreation. And you know, I am just like, if I got married, I just wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't think I can ever be monogamous, because being sexually active with new women is you know, it's not, I don't know, it's one of the best things in life. It's one of them. I wouldn't say it's the only good thing in life, but you know, it's definitely up there. Problematic says the average dude is living a nightmare. The average dude, yeah, I mean, since the beer bug, we've seen what the average dude is like. The average dude, the average woman, average people, they're just like, you know, easily brainwashed, easily manipulated. You know, they're going to be slaves, working shitty jobs that they don't like, having, like, you know, always burdened with debt, you know, just average living, and which is getting worse, because they're, on top of all that, their freedoms are getting taken away from them more and more. Gabrielle says, thrown in if she had multiple kids, blown out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys lose, first of all, if you marry a woman, you have your honeymoon period. Well, no, not only that. Okay, so honestly, if I got to the point where I was like ready to marry a woman, my like sexual attraction to her, I can't see how I would get to the point where I would want to marry a woman. It would have to be for other reasons than sex. Like sex would have to be something that would be, we'd have to have some arrangement or it's open or something, because at that point I would have already lost sexual attraction to her, because not fully. I mean, I'd be able to smash, but it wouldn't be like that kind of animalistic, like just this fucking, when I get with a new girl, it's like animal. Like it's like animal situation. It's like, you have that excitement. It's after that just like, when you get really good at sex, when you get really good at sex, oftentimes the first time you have sex with a woman should be like almost like the best time you're ever gonna have with her. It'll be like the peak. So it like, it's the opposite of crypto charts where stuff goes up gradually or like parabolic, but it starts at the peak and then it goes down over time. When you're like, when you first started having sex, like when you're 18, whatever age it may be, it can be kind of bad because you're not really good at it. But over time, you get good at sex and you know what you like, and you start to lose all your inhibitions, and you get confident about your fetishes or whatever you're into, and you just start doing it. So when you get with a really hot girl that you're fully confident about, and you've no like hang-ups about what you're into, into sex, right? You go for it. Like you know what I mean? You get her to sit in your face. You don't give a fuck. You're not embarrassed about it. You're just like, whatever. I'm just animalistically gonna go for it. That should be like the best. That should be the best, and it goes down. Depends. I was talking to MLD about this, and he thinks it's because he thinks it's just because we're such dogs that we the more experience you have, it's like anything really. It's like drugs or whatever. The more you do, the more you need, and it's honestly what it is. Like the more drugs you do, the more sex you do, the more you need. But I don't know. I just think, I also think that I'm doing just what every man wants to do. Really, they want to have variety. Every man, if he says that he doesn't want to, one woman is enough for him, he's a scarcity mindset and he's full of shit. One woman is like, that's not, it's just not enough. Like it's not enough for some guy. When guys say that, they're saying it because they're trying to impress a woman, or they've just been socially conditioned. It's not actually it's unnatural to think like that. It's an unnatural feeling. Oh, one woman, I'm done. Like, oh, I'm not, I don't have sexual attraction for other women. There's something wrong with you. You're not, that's not normal. You're like, it's unhealthy, I would say. Like, why are you not attracted to other women? Like, that's weird. Like, you should be. Like, men are not designed just to be with one woman. Rishi Padarut says, how did your sex life change from your 20s to your 30s? I don't know. I don't think it has changed. I don't think it has changed at all. I don't think it has changed. I'm very healthy, I think. I stay on my fitness. I take care of myself, so I haven't lost. There's no difference in the amount of times I can smash as of now. I can still fucking I can go for a long time, or I can bust a nut quite a few times, and it's so I don't know if it has changed. 20s, 30s. I'm 32 now. Um, I think I as I get older, I get more, you know, I think I've developed some fetishes. I've gotten kinkier. Um, just because, it gets to a point where you want variety, you want something different. But in terms of like sex drive or ability to perform, or like amount of times I can smash, that hasn't changed. I can luckily say that has not changed. There's been no decrease in libido. Um, but I definitely think I've gotten better at sex. Obviously, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Like, every time, um, every time you smash a new girl, you learn something a little different, just about what they're into and whatnot. But every girl's kind of different, a little bit. Some girls are into some things, and some girls aren't into other things. But Rishi says, I meant sex drive. Sex drive has not changed for me. Absolutely has not. I'm very much, yeah, very much on top of my health. You know, and it's interesting when after doing like a workout, like, working out definitely increases your testosterone. I feel, yeah, it definitely helps. You gotta stay on it. I know guys. I remember I was 18, and I knew this dude. He was in his mid 20s, and I don't know what we were talking about, but he was telling we were talking about smashing. He was an older dude, and he was saying, oh, once a week is enough for me. Like, I'm 20, 25 now. I think he was 25 at the time. I was, I might have been 20 actually. I think I was 20. He was like, oh yeah, once a week. So he's like 5 years older than me, but still mid 20s. 25 is super young. Like, you should not be experiencing decrease in your libido when you're 20 fucking 5 years old. But at the time he was like, oh yeah, once a week is enough for me. I'll be done. If once a week is enough for you, you know, as in like, as in you're physically satisfied, if just to have sex once a week, there's something wrong with you. I don't like You could smash like a new girl once a week, and that could mentally satisfy you. But if you're like having erection problems after only banging once a week, like, as in you're not really able to have sex by only having sex once a week, there's obviously something wrong with you. There's a difference between mental and physical. Like, if you're physically kind of like, you're juiced after doing it once a week, then your testosterone must be super low. Obviously, I'm not sure which one he meant, but this guy was kind of fat, skinny fat. He wasn't fat, but that skinny fat type. He's like naturally kind of skinny, but just kind of slumpy. He looked like a guy that would be satisfied after once a week or once every 2 weeks, because he was unhealthy. He was unhealthy, and on top of that, he drank beer, which increases your estrogen. Like, beer has this image of being like a masculine thing to do. Drink beer, be one of the tough guys. But actually, it makes you fat. It makes you like, it increases your estrogen, and that's not good for your sex drive. And also, he was smoking weed, which is weed decreases your libido. Like, facts, like, absolutely does. And look that up if you don't believe it. Look it up. It does. Decreases your libido. And guys in here, if you've ever smoked weed, you might even know that yourself. I know for a fact it when I've done it in Ireland, back in the day, it has definitely decreased my libido. Weed. So if you're wondering, oh, once a month, one girl's enough for me. Oh, one girl, like, I'll just have a girlfriend and I'll be happy. yeah, quit the weed, stop drinking beer, stop jerking off, stop looking at porn. You will be a fucking animal by the end of it. You'll be like, fuck this. I'm like, you'll break up with your girlfriend immediately. You'll, your testosterone will like surge. Like you'll surge up, you know? Um, uh, Gabrielle says, my Dorito desire went up. What does that mean? What do you mean your Dorito desire went up? But like if you're thinking, yeah, I'm fine, once a week, I don't need that much sex. I'm fine. Like, I'm satisfied with banging my 6 out of 10 girlfriend, once every 2 weeks. Then yeah, why don't you try quit drinking, quit smoking weed, and on top of that, quit watching porn and quit jerking off. You will soon find out that once a week, and on top, not only that, start going to the gym. My Dorito, what did I? Yeah. So okay, so yeah, Gabrielle says the weed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the weed will give you the munchies. Oddly enough, whenever I smoked, it kind of messed with my appetite. It would give me like the munchies and whatnot, but I wouldn't. It would make me want to eat sweet food, like sweet, like junky shit. But if it was like, I wouldn't be able to eat. It wouldn't give me um, any desire to eat like good, wholesome food. Like if I was high, I wouldn't feel like I wouldn't be able to even eat a steak or something. Like, it would just kind of mess with your appetite. Not good, not good at all. Spark 55 says, why are you at MLD's place? As MLD says, I am taking care of Happy. Happy needs looking after. MLD is out of town. So I'm in the Hot Dude headquarters just for tonight. Yeah, so Problematic says blood sugar changes. Yeah, that makes sense, because that's why they say people have the munchies. That's why they want to eat sweet food. But that explains it. That's why. Yeah, if you get too blazed, you should kind of you should drink a Coke, mellow you out a little, fix your blood sugar levels. But yeah, obviously, if you like doing it every so often, it's just like too much of anything is bad. Like too much of anything is bad. Like no one's perfect. No one's the perfect human. We're not like, oh, no drink, no alcohol, no drugs, nothing. Like just a perfect, never watch porn, never jerk off, nothing. It's just when you do it too much. When you do any of that too much, that's when you have a problem. That's when it'll start to affect your life. Rishi Padarut, I heard weed is illegal in Japan. Weed is really illegal in Japan. I would never smoke weed in Japan. It is, even though it's also illegal in Ireland, but I have smoked it in Ireland. Yes, so weed is, you kind of, in Ireland you get a slap on the wrist if you smoke, if you're caught. In Japan, go to jail. Go to fucking jail. Yeah, they don't mess around. They go after people that even celebrities, Japanese celebrities. I read some story where some celebrity, they raided his house and they found an empty bag of like some kind of drug. I think it was MDMA. It was empty, but they did tests on it and they found that it had contained some drugs, and then they sent him. He went to jail. So yeah, Japan doesn't mess around. Another story I know of is a guy. There was this when I lived up in northern Japan. There was this Australian student. He was like 20 years old, like an exchange student, and he was a dumbass. I never met him, but I met one of his friends that told the story to me, and it was in all the newspapers, and it was like the biggest story in the city at the time, because like you're right, drugs are super illegal in Japan. But anyway, his friend posted over some drugs. I think it was weed, MDMA, various kinds, and he was an idiot. He started like sharing them around the house party, and I think I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, the police kind of, I think they must have known. Anyway, they must have known, but they let him get the package or whatever, and then after they had used them, or they must have been surveilling them or whatnot, because Japan is such a safe place that if something like this happens in Japan, like there's not that much crime here, especially this kind of crime, especially in like outside of Tokyo. So the police have, rounded up the guy who got them sent to him, and a bunch of students who just like partook, And long story short, the guy got 4 years. 20 years old. He got 4 years in prison. 4 years, like that he has to serve. There's no like, oh, you're good behavior, you're out in 3. No, 4 years. Like he's 20 years old, and the rest of the students, I think there was like 12 other students, and like I think it was like 9 out of the 12 students, like the Japanese police apparently, question them. They can keep. I think in Japan they can keep. If they only suspect you of doing something. If the Japanese police suspected me of doing something bad, like anything, they can hold me for 40 days. 40 fucking days. So they held these students and said, what got all the dirt, like asked them what happened. And the ones that didn't have any street smarts, admitted to partaking or smoking or doing the drugs, they got deported like immediately. I'm sure they had to sign some things, but apparently there was like 3 students, and I'm sure they partook in smoking, smoking or whatever. They denied it. Deny. They might have had just a little bit of street smarts about them, and they got off, and they couldn't be deported, or they didn't sign. But I'm sure the Japanese police used some dirty tactics and said, oh, we have surveillance, or we saw you do it, or they'll say these kinds of things just to like, they'll lie basically. And anyway, that's kind of going off topic, but yeah, drugs are definitely illegal in Japan. Know Your Worth says, yes, weed lowers your sex drive. Weed 110% lowers. Not only do I know it from personal experience, I know it from seeing people. Like I went to art college. I was around, just entirely around stoners. I wish I knew what I knew now back then. I wish I knew. Oh my God, I would have been such an animal. But it's just really, really slow, really lowers sex drive. I did a good bit in college, but not as much as a lot of people. Not as much. It just doesn't, the kind of effect it has on me. It makes me paranoid. But and that's not good. That is not. It's like the opposite of alcohol. Not good. You don't want to be paranoid. You don't want to be like, kind of makes people mousy. That's why. Yeah, but I remember I did. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't that bad on it. But I did do it sometimes. But I remember I hooked up with this chick in college, and I smashed her, and she said, "Oh, you're so different from all the other guys." And I was like, "Why?" Because you're not really a stoner. And I was like, "Oh, yeah." There's just a huge difference. I mean, you don't want to be a limp dick. You don't want to be a limp dick. You never want that. You don't want to be whiskey dick either. You want to be like, it's like the best sex is like when you're not on anything. Like the best sex you'll ever have in your life is when you're totally, totally sober, because it's just, it's just no need for it. You don't need yeah. Long story short, best sex is sober. You don't need drink. You don't need weed. You don't need any kind of drugs. Not even Viagra. You shouldn't need Viagra. Um, you know, if you're having erectile problems, um, and you're drinking a lot, and you're fat, and you're smoking weed, and you're jerking off to porn, and you're wondering why you have erectile problems, then you need to fucking wake up. Because sometimes the answer is right in front of you. Like sometimes people know, they know what's up. Like they know what they need to improve in their life, but for some reason they overlook it. And then they need like an outside opinion. They need an outside perspective, um, to just tell them like, look, it's right in front of you. That's why you're having problems. And then it's like, then you can do, yeah. It's happened to me before with certain things when the answer is right in front of me. The problem in my life is like right in front of me, but I don't wake up until someone points it out. But Spark 55 says, say no comment to any question from the police, especially when convicted. No comment. Deny, deny, deny. Because if you admit to something, especially basically the punishment's going to be the same. You might as well deny it. Virenss says, I actually have the opposite. Laugh my ass off. What? The opposite of what? Do you get sexually aroused when you smoke a lot? Voice my ambition. Yo, what's good? What is good? Richie says, what about Red Bull though? Red Bull does. I heard some people have caffeine can mess with their. I heard Sterling Cooper said caffeine messes with his sex drive or his erection or something, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me too bad. Red Bull, I'll be just fine. Caffeine is a drug though. Caffeine can mess with you, especially if you drink it too much. It can be like a fucking laxative. Definitely. Virenss says, weed maxes out my horniness. Well, different strokes. Everyone's slightly different. Not everyone. We are not all equal. We are not all the same. You might be an exception to the rule, just from what I've seen. From what I've seen, personal experience, and also from seeing, just from observing stoners. Just observing stoners. I lived with stoners, and like they go years without sex, and we're talking about when you're talking about young people and you're talking about long periods of not having sex over a year, there's a problem. And it's not necessarily that they can't talk to women. It's just more down to, from the people that I hung out with, it wasn't that they were like, it was just that their libido was just so subdued by the weed. And yeah, so you might be an exception to the rule. Know Your Word says, going to work, I'll catch the end when I get there. Peace out. Thanks for joining. Virenss says, taking a break though. Yeah, I mean, it's if you can do things in moderation. I'm not here on some kind of like, trying to get everyone to give up things that they like doing. If some people, if they like to relax, if they like to do it every so often, everything in moderation is okay, I guess. But I think when people tend to do things like weed and stuff, it's usually not in moderation. It usually becomes kind of part of the lifestyle. If you don't make it part of your lifestyle, part of your image, part of your identity, then it's whatever if you do it every so often. If it doesn't, it's only if it like affects you very negatively too, you know. If something doesn't affect you negatively, like you might not need to like, you know, care that much about it. But for most people, I think it does affect them negatively. For most people, you know, I think it makes people too passive, too quiet. But yeah. Crimson Eclipse says juiced celery is superior. That is MLD knows all about that. I'm not I haven't taken the celery pill yet. I've tried it. Not bad. But yeah. Virenss says it fucked me up a lot. Well, in that case, you should take a break. Yeah, if anything is fucking you up, if anything is like messing with you, then obviously you need to put it on the back burner. You know, you know, you shouldn't need to rely on any kind of stimulant to, you know, live your life. Yeah, but Aaron says moderation is key. I just had no self-control when I have supply. Yeah, you gotta, I don't know. Yeah, it's if you find yourself having an addiction to something, you have to wean yourself off it, or cut it off completely, like you said. Go cold turkey. It's cold turkey on that shit. You know, but you know, but yeah. So went on a bit of a tonight's show was a bit all over the place, but you know, like I said, the reason I wanted to talk about the idea of this show is that you know, some women want more than just muscles and game. You know, that's for the women that are kind of on the fence. You know, women that, you know, you take you know, you take the boxes for muscles and fashion, and you might be her type, but like I said, she has other guys like that are similar to you, or that, because you guys can't underestimate how much attention these women are getting. Like, these women are getting insane amounts of attention, and just one little thing, like, it's not a little thing, but if you're the guy that has a fucking pimped out apartment and, you know, has, you know, the status, has the lifestyle, she's going to pick you, not like 9 out of 10 times. She's going to pick you 10 out of 10 times. She's going to pick you. That's what's going to make her, is going to pick you sometimes. If it's like you're even with some guy in the looks department, the fashion department, you know, a lot of times from online, they don't know what your personality is like. And, you know, if it's what's going to tip her over the edge is like, this guy looks like he's loaded, looks like he has a nice lifestyle. And you might not even need to be loaded, but if you look like you have a nice lifestyle, if you have a nice place like this apartment, this apartment is a fucking status symbol in Tokyo. If I had this apartment, I'd have full-blown AIDS, just like Happy. But you know, I don't need a place like this to get laid. That's very, very, anyone who's in the Telegram chat should know that. In MLD's course, you should know that. I do not need this. I have not relied on money. It's coming from a person who doesn't. I didn't. You know, I'm working on it now, but I never had money. Like, you know, I worked teaching English, and now I'm getting older. Now I want money. Now I want it because I just want to have that taken care of. I want to live a better lifestyle, but you don't need it. But the probability of getting with more women or like hotter women increases without a doubt. And that just, the reason I got the idea to talk about this today is because, you know, I just put up some stories on my Instagram, just like I just filmed the view out here, and it's like chicks that left me on red from months ago hit me up in the DMs and like, oh, is this your place? Oh, like, you know, it made like just hilarious. So it's so red pilling, so fucking hilarious. but um, they it's like honey. They're like bees to a flower, or bees to the honey, or whatever. Um, it just it's undeniable. It's undeniable. If you have the extra little bit that will push you out above, you're just gonna get laid more. That's just a fact. You will get laid more. Honestly, if I had a place like this, I would get laid more, and I get laid plenty, but it would just be, maybe I might get with some of the, more. I don't want to say hotter because I get with hot women, but I might get with like, maybe, I don't know, snobbier, hotter bitches. I don't know. I would get with more women. Put it like that. Um, you know, so you're just gonna have more opportunities when you have that extra little bit. When you have something extra, the bonus points. It's not like if you get the bonuses, like if you want a dog, if you have a cute dog, that most certainly helps. If you have a dog like that anyway in Tokyo, like Happy, people automatically know that you've money because first of all, the dog's expensive. I'm not sure how much Happy costs, but I think it thousands anyway. Couple grand at least. Happy's like a full bred Maltese, so and not only that, just the fact that you're able to have a dog, it means that you work from home. Bonus, if you had a car, another bonus. If you have like a nice apartment, bonus. Like these just increase probability a lot, especially when you're doing online dating, things like that. If you're, if on your social media, man, it's gonna make your dating life, especially if you're like a hot dude, this really, really like gives you a leg up. If you're not a hot dude, it gives you a leg up. Like it'll give you a leg up. That's why it's not the only thing. You don't need it, but it will help you. Absolutely will help you. No denying it. And this is coming, like I said, from me who doesn't have an apartment like this yet. But I haven't relied on it, but I just know that it would change the game. It would be a game changer. Because like I said, there's some women that they want, like like I said, they have access. They already have access to hot guys. So who are they going to choose when they have 10 hot guys and one of them has a baller ass apartment? She's going to choose the guy 1 out of 10 with the baller ass apartment. He might look the same muscles, same height, same physical attractiveness as the other ones, but when you have that extra, boom, she'll come over, suck your dick, first date. And she'll stick around too. Not only that, your retention will also be higher when you're a baller. Your retention will be baller because dick is cheap, guys. Dick is cheap. Guys will just throw that out for free, and but yeah. Rishi says you'll be having these things too come this Christmas with the bull run. Let's things are looking good. Things are looking pretty sweet if we don't lose if we don't lose our crypto in boating accidents. Or wait, we might have already lost it. There was that's the thing. We lost our crypto in boating accidents multiple times. But if we get back into it, and it could work out well. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, guys. So I'll be doing a webinar in MLD's course about turning bitches out. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one if you especially for the guys who don't know how ratchet these chicks can actually get. And think that they're all sweet, good girls. And the reason I do the webinar to show guys that chicks absolutely have a sex drive too, and they're definitely get pretty crazy. So I think I'm doing that on the 14th of May. But in the meantime, check out the links in the description. If you want to give me a donation, that would help. If not, smash the like button. That's for free. Comment, share the videos. Share if you want to try and red pill your friends. send them one of my videos. Or sign up to. If you want to get a real insight into the degeneracy I live, for real, contact me anytime. Sign up to my premium content, because I can't post that kind of content on YouTube, obviously. But yeah, guys, I will be back tomorrow night for another episode of Player Life. So wherever you're at, have a good day. Peace out. Bye bye.